Welcome back, Automotive Inc. family and friends. If you are new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button. At the end of the video, give me a thumbs up. And also hit the notification bell so you know when I'm putting up new content. Guys and gals, you're going to want to make sure you hit the notification bell because this weekend we put Loki finally on the road. We got him all set up for towing. Got the fifth wheel puck system. I got a video on that. We got the Paragon Ultimate XD cover on. It is ready to go full mode. And before we get too far into it, those towing videos, I'm going to be pulling two separate trailers out to one of our favorite places in Lake McConaughey. So it's going to be a good road test. We're going to start with the lighter one first. That one's going to be right around 13,000. We'll do a fuel economy test and also how it does, and then we're going to pack on the big boy, the Cruising Castle, at 18,000 pounds and do a fuel economy test and tell you how the heck it did. But first today, we need to talk about the Tremor and what the Tremor really is, and is it a towing vehicle? Meaning, the Tremor is basically an off-road quasi package of a full-size large truck. Really, it looks cool and everything like that. It's not going to fit up a ton of small trails, so if you're going to be doing any off-roading that's crazy tight, this is not going to be your rig for that. But all in all, we need to talk about, because it's an off-road truck, sometimes you lose that capability. Well, let's talk about payload, let's talk about tire capacity, and let's talk about what the heck you even get in a Tremor package, starting right now. So with the Tremor, guys, you basically get the payload package upgrade. So that basically puts the F-250 in a pretty good category to really what's close to the F-350. Let's take a look at my door strike here. Alright, so we get 3220 when it comes to payload, guys, and there is the kilos for those that are using that standard. So that's pretty good for an off-road truck, but can the tires match up? Well, let's take a look at the tires and what they're rated at. Alright, so a little hard to read, but we got 4,080 pounds in a single load, so it is a load range E. You do get an 18-inch rim, so thicker sidewall on the rubber. This is like a 33.5-inch tire roughly, and if we poke in here we can see that we have the payload package upgrade, which is not necessarily the standard unless you opt for it. Now, when you're buying a truck from Ford, guys, to get the max towing ability, you must get the electronic locker of whatever rear end that you're going to purchase. Doesn't matter if you're getting a 331 or a 430, you have to get the locker to get the max tow. So if you're looking at something on the lot and it might be a really good deal and you cruise over and it's a 331 standard axle, you may not even need the locking aspect of it, but you are losing towability. So always check the tow guide through Ford and make sure you read every little exclusion, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and see how that truck is exactly built. Sometimes looking at the payload sticker on the door, you can kind of get an idea of what it can tow, but really you got to go into that tow chart and actually type it in. Now, Ford does have a cool little computer in a lot of their showrooms where you can go ahead and type in your exact VIN, and it'll tell you exactly what this truck can tow. Now, if you're getting a gas Tremor, you're getting a 430 locker, which is that big bad boy right there. If you're getting the diesel, then you are getting a 355 in a Tremor. Now, if you're non-Tremor, then that's fine. You can opt for the 331 or the 355. Somebody said the other day that they're only offering the 373s and 430s. That depends on F250, F350, so that is right in context. So, from there, guys, this truck specifically is rated right at 18.9 when it comes to fifth wheel towing. A little shy of that when it's coming to conventional towing. So, a little bit more about the Tremor. So with the Tremor, you do get a regular wheel, not the matching wheel, but you do get a matching tread pattern and actual tire matching this tread. So if something goes down, at least you have that. You do get Raptor style running boards on here, which are a little bit higher. You get vent tubes that are raised up in the so you can forge your water if that's your gig. But if you're a boater, then those higher vent tubes on your axle and everything will play into tremendous gains for you, because when you're submersing all of your truck or some of that axle into the water for docking a boat or whatever the heck they call it, used to have a boat, we'll have one now, then that will pay off keeping water out of that axle. Now, as you come around the front, you get unique air dams, so they are raised up so you have better approach angles. Now, people wanted to know why my Tremor has this grill, some of the blacked out stuff. Guys, you can order a Ford Superduty from in so many different variations. So to get this, you have to get the Sport Appearance package. So between the Tremor package, the Sport Appearance, and the Lariat Ultimate, I'll show you here in just a second on my window sticker how they charge you for some things and take away others, and then give you a little discount on the stuff. Now, in addition to that, people want to know, does this truck have a factory lift kit? Not exactly. It basically has, they call it unique front springs, which basically level the truck so there is no stock rake. And then having the appearance with the running boards being tight to the rocker panel, that does give it the appearance. Now, interesting enough, front fender liners are standard on this model, but the rear ones are not. So I added Husky liners, ones that are actually carbonate plastic of sorts. You can see in there that I've already put in the fifth wheel plate, and I've added timbrins as always. Not from the factory did it come that way. Now, when it comes to actual box height, again, I touched on this in a video the other day. This truck looks gigantic, and it is tall. It's massive. But all in all, it's really not that much taller than a standard Super Duty. And the box height's only about 1.5 inches taller than my dad's 2011 GMC Sierra 4x4, non 20-inch wheel or anything crazy like that. So at the end of the day, we'll see how it hooks up to both the fifth wheels and the big guys at that. Now we'll go over a few more specifics. We're going to go head over to my window sticker in just a second and talk about all the things that make the Tremor package a very unique package. But very similar to Chevy's ZR2 HD, you don't lose a lot of capability. But that being said, this truck is a little bit taller, so depending on the age of your trailer, the kind of hitch you use, we don't want to change the dynamics of the trailer. So we'll see how this actually mounts up to the fifth wheel here soon. Now that we're back in the house, out of the sun, guys, we're just going to go over the list of stuff that you get for the $43.75 package of the Tremor. You're going to get that 430 going gas, 355 locker. Remember, locker. If you're ordering one, you want one. 18-inch wheels is going to be a standard wheel on all that. Lane departure warning, the unique front springs. You get the rear electronic locking diff, and a front limited slip differential. We're going to go over how all that works in a later video. You get the performance front and rear shock absorbers. Not for sure how much performance those are, for just a cool Tremor sticker. Off-road running boards, skid plates for the transfer case and fuel tank. Unique front air dams. Water forging vent tube, mentioned that. Rock crawl mode, trailer control mode, trail. We also get the Tremor decals. Spare tire is the exact same tire, but it is just a standard road wheel. Now, power deployable running boards are not available if you get Baja or Black Onyx. All right, guys, as I mentioned the other day, this was a special order truck that somebody flaked on. It has a $78,680 MSRP. Remember, if you see a green window sticker, that's special order. Blue is not. So if you cruise up here, guys, you can see that we have the short bed crew, 10-speed, glacier gray, Baja leather. See all this stuff? That's the standard stuff that you get in a Lariat. If we cruise over here, you can see you got to pay almost $1,000 for that paint job. Whether or not it's worth it to you, I don't know. All-weather mats, always recommend that. Sport Appearance package, so that is a $28.80. That's what gives us that grill. Otherwise, you will have that slatted grill if you just get a standard Lariat Tremor. Tremor off-road package is that $43.75. It goes through the list of things you get. We also had an add-on of the Rift marker lamps, upgraded alternator, and then we have the Lariat Ultimate package with upfitter switches and tailgate steps. Cruise over here, we can see that there's all of the stuff, base pricing, destination delivery, and then this is where I said here's the little discount you get for Tremor with Lariat Ultimate, Tremor Sport Appearance, and then Lariat Ultimate Sport package discount. Total savings, if you call that savings when it's still this expensive, that's up to you. But like I've said before, guys, when you're sitting here talking about off-road capabilities, if you're a off-roader, a rancher, a farmer, something like that, then this package is definitely probably worth a chance to take a look at, because I think that those tires are soft and they'll probably melt doing a lot of towing. But that's kind of the difference is where this truck's at. It's not necessarily a tow truck. It's rated good, and we'll see how it tows. But it's more of, I guess, an outdoor enthusiast, similar to the Power Wagon. Similar, not the same. Power Wiccan is kind of its own animal, but you know, at the end of the day, that is what the Tremor package entails. That's what Loki is rated at. We're about ready to put it to the test. So again, make sure you subscribe, guys. I appreciate all of you coming back, and we will see you on the next one.